What's up, guys? Coming in with some mono blue Belcher. Everything's pretty much stock, honestly, but I'll go over a few things. Flare of Denial, Force Negations, bunch of creatures. I'm running 2 stock ups. I think stock up is good, but yeah, like I said, pretty stock. But let's see how Belcher does. Let's get into it. All right, here we are with game 1 on the play. Looking at our hand, it's not very keepable. Second hand, also not very keepable. One land is not really going to cut it. Our opponent keeps 7. We'll go to 5. We find a keepable 5. This seems good. Surely I draw lands. Polluted Delta. Lotus Bloom Trigger. We find a land. We'll play it tapped. It's a great draw. All right. Let's see what our opponent plays here. Fetch, Shock, Hallowed Fountain. So we're facing Gorios. I want to save this Spell Snare for Goryo's Vengeance. Not tainted. I can't speak. Tainted Indulgence. There we go. We find a stock up. That stinks. Alright, he hedge mazes. He's gonna Thoughtseize me, that's fine. Probably gonna take Goblin Char Belcher if I had to guess. So I can't combo next turn. He chooses Spell Snare. Unless he has a counter spell, I think I can just win. Let me do math real quick. Sacrifice for 3 white. Go blue. You know what? We don't do math around here. Go to Meshi. Activate to Meshi. Now I'm going to try to cast Belcher early. Bounce Seagate again. And then Belcher. I'm not sure why he didn't take the Belcher with the Thoughtseize. Alright, we want Surgical Extraction. I want Harbinger of the Seas. I want Mystical Dispute. Tormod's Crypt. Seems good. And then we'll bring in... we'll take out... Stock Up. Cutaflagi. Cut Force. Spell Snare is really good here. I definitely don't want to cut a land, I don't feel like. Maybe Waterclogged Teachings. I'll think hard about these last two. I feel like Tameshi isn't okay. I think I'm going to go Tameshi and Buying Veil. And it is a land, but we might get the lock off a Harbinger of the Seas instead. We'll see what happens. Alright, we'll see what Game 2 has in store for us. This is a very good hand. I'll happily keep this hand. So we'll keep. We're going to go turn 1, Shock Seagate Restoration, Tormod's Crypt, Lotus Bloom, pass, holding up Spell Snare. Our opponent mulligans to 6. Alright, let's see what they do. Well, we don't see turn 1 Thoughtseize. That makes me happy. We might draw a Force Negation, not a Force Negation, a Mystical Dispute for Frog as well, so I don't have to use Spell Snare, but we didn't. Suspend, cast Tormod's Crypt. Our opponent does nothing. Interesting. I wonder why they kept their hand if it does nothing. We'll play Orderly Plaza. I'd like to draw land so I could flash in Hydroelectric, and if he casts Psychic Frog here, I have to Spell Snare it. Okay, he Undercity Sewers. Interesting. Chooses to put it on top. Sounds good to me. I'm feeling like big consign energy right now. We find the land I wanted. Yeah, we'll go like this. Pass. Holding up spell snare again. Prismatic ending for 1. Yeah, that's fine. I might be able to just win here unless he has a consign to memory. I think I'm going to play it slow. No, he just messed up. Yeah, he just messed up big time. I think I'm just going to slam my Belcher. But the only reason I say he messed up is because regardless if this gets force negationed or not, I feel like it's going to get force negationed. But he should have, for my Lotus Bloom, when it came off the suspend trigger, he should have consigned it then. Then I would have stayed in exile, and I can never Tameshi Bloom it. But the reason I slammed Belcher there is because it looks like our opponent doesn't have very much to begin with. Oh, wow, we found another Belcher. But it looks like our opponent doesn't have very much to begin with. And I knew he was never going to be able to... Is he going to try to consign this? I hope not. But yeah, we'll go to the next one. That was a good game 1. All right, everyone. Here we are back with game 2. We look like we have an unkeepable hand. This is definitely a mulligan. This hand's keepable. It's not the best, but it's keepable. Keep. We'll put back Philology Archaeologist, I believe. Actually, let me think. I think I'm going to put back a hydroelectric specimen, actually. Alright, we'll play a hydroelectric specimen tapped. Pass the turn. Alright. Fetch Undercity Sewers. Thought Scour, sure. Mills over Psychic Frog. We're gonna shock this in and Thunder Trap Trainer. He might just kill it. I'm not sure. We'll see. If that's shocked, we'll grab Suppression Ray. Play that for turn. Oh, I already played a land for turn. Whoops. Thought Towers again. It's an Archon. He's going to try to persist, and we will Disrupting Shoal by pitching Philology Archaeologist. We'll play a land for turn. Play another trainer. We find Lotus Bloom and Char Belcher. We'll take Char Belcher. Attack for 1. Faith is looting, okay. Seems good. Finds Abhorrent Oculus. Oh, discards Abhorrent Oculus. Let's go ahead and counter this as well. Plays a land. Passes a turn. We find a Whir of Invention. Wow, that's so good here. I think the safer play is to go Philology, holding up Spell Snare. I want to play a land. So I'm going to grab Suppression Ray. Play Suppression Ray. Pass a turn. We'll Spell Snare Emperor of Bones. At this point, anything he casts, if I can counter it, I'm going to. Okay, Faith is looting. Play Seagate. Attack for 1. We'll try to Whir of Invention at the end of his turn here. Gonna persist Archon of Cruelty. Huh. That's okay. We'll discard, or we'll sack Thunder Trap, discard Whir of Invention. We'll slam Belcher. If he has a counterspell, he has a counterspell. And then we'll just pray we can go to our next turn. Fatal Push, sure. There's a few ways he could win here, I think. If he can get back another Archon, that'd do it. He'd have to be able to give it haste, actually. So if he can Emperor of Bones and Archon, I think I would lose. But other than that, I think that's his only play. Okay, this can come in as Archon of Cruelty. Okay, so now he's gonna get Archon. He had enough to do it. That's crazy. Let's see. So take 3. He attacks. I take 6. Wow, he got pretty lucky there. Pretty lucky. But that's okay. We have some stuff. Bring in Harbinger here. Take out stock up. Thinking if I want Consign. I don't think I care. Go. Cut waterlogged. Last cut. I think I'll do Disrupting Shoal. Sure, we can keep this hand. We'll start off Biting Veil. Pass the turn. Thoughtseize one of my lands or Spell Snare. Alright, we're going to see a Fetch Shock Frog. Almost guarantee that. I think I want to return this card to his hand. If he attacks for just one, I guess it's not horrible. Let's counter this. I want my Lotus Bloom. Alright, we draw Belcher. We'll hope we can get a turn. Wow, he milled the Thoughtseize away. That feels pretty good. Hopefully he doesn't have another one. Discards Archon of Cruelty. Seems pretty good. Discards Archon of Cruelty. Check. I'd say this all checks out so far. Psychic Frog, sure. Psychic Frog, sure. Go to my turn. We'll slam Belcher. Activate Belcher. And go to game 2. Or game 3, I'm sorry. I think I'm going to bring in Mystical Dispute this time. We'll probably cut another shoal. I think I'll cut. I think I'll just cut all my shoal. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut all my shoals. Yeah. All right, we'll run this. Opponent gets to play. This hand is not keepable. We have no lands. Very good hand otherwise. I'd say this hand's pretty keepable. We'll put back Flare of Denial. Opponent mills. It's a pretty good draw. Opponent mills away a Psychic Frog. Leads me to believe they have already a Psychic Frog in their hand. Unearth the Frog. Seems good. I think I'm going to play Buying Bale. Pass. We're looking at a turn 4 win right here. If all goes well. Looks like we're going to see a Thought Scour. They mill an Archon of Cruelty. Pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, opponent goes to combat. Discards another frog. Discards Emperor of Bones. Hits me for 3. Maybe an Upward Inoculus. Persist. Yeah, we'll Spell Snare into this. Attempt to. Spell Snare resolves. Now we'll shock this in. And if it seems like we're gonna die, we can sink. But we should be good. I feel like best case scenario, he slams Upward Inoculus. That's what I want him to do right now. He milled Defabricate. I can only hope that he just plays one of those. It looks like we're going to see Upward Inoculus. He's paying costs right now. Psychic Frog, okay. Word of Invention for 0. Grab Lotus Bloom. We'll go ahead and shock Hydroelectric Specimen, play Belcher. And we get there, 2-1. All right, I'll be back with game 3. All right, here we go with match 3. Let's see our opening hand. Very good opening hand. Very good opening hand. We'll start it off with Suppression Ray. Opponent mulligans to 6. I love the Disrupting Shoal with Spell Snare here because if I am facing a deck that has a strong turn 1, I can Disrupting Shoal for 1, or I can hold it and Spell Snare their Frog or whatever their second drop is. Essentially making us Thoughtseize proof right now. Harbinger of the Seas. I'm gonna play this tapped past turn. Holding up Spell Snare, Disrupting Shoal. Thundering Falls. What are we binning? A land. Looks like we might be facing American Control. There's a Saga. Okay. Now I don't know what I'm facing. Springly Drum. We're facing Affinity more than likely. Mox Opal. We're definitely facing Affinity. There's some variation of Artifact. We're going to want to try to shock in Harbinger here. We don't want this to go off. Not only do we want it to not go off on the constructs, but if he can able to get it, if he's able to get it to 3 and then go find a Pithing Needle, it may have been too slow at that point, but I feel like this is the safest bet. I think I'm fine with this. Okay. I think we're going to see a Kappa Cannoneer here. We're certainly going to see a Kappa Cannoneer here. Well, while he's tapped out, I'm gonna whir for 0. Just gotta try to get this Belcher down. Plays a land. Thought Cast. Sounds good. Spell Snare is definitely going to be coming out. So we'll probably bring in Spell Snare, or take out Spell Snare, take out Harbinger, bring in Consign and Mystical, and that's probably it. I think he's just hard casting Pinnacle Emissary. That's fine with me. Emery. Sure. Alright, he hits me for 8. Now we just hope we can slam a Belcher and win. Alright, we get game 1. We already know what we want to do. We want to bring in Dispute. We want to bring in Consign. We want to take out Spell Snare. We want to take out Harbinger of the Seas. Now we have 4 other cards to cut. I think Disrupting Shoal is okay to cut here. As honestly a 4 of. I think I'm going to... Oh, man. Surgical is just like one of those things where if he accidentally mills Kappa, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good to base bringing Surgical in off the fact that he might maybe get a Kappa in the graveyard. And then I maybe have Surgical. I think Mystical and Consign is plenty. His hands, I mean, it's okay. I think I'm going to try it. My opponent mulligans to 6. We can at least go... They mulligan to 5. That's good. Looks like they keep their 5. See a Bobble, a Bobble, a Opal, an Emery, okay, I'm fine with this. Oh, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might be punished for this, but I'm going to play Suppression, right? Instead of holding up Mystical Dispute. Because I want to go Thundertrap Trainer next turn. And then Philology the next turn, or possibly Stock Up. I'm not sure, because I want to find... I kind of want to go Philology and hope I will. I think I will go Philology and hope I get... we'll go Philology hoping to get, what's it called? Mox Opal in the graveyard. Okay, Emery targets Bobble, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it targets Memnite, brings Memnite back. Plays another Emery. Chooses to keep the new one. Emery trigger. Alright, we'll go ahead and shock this in. And Philology Archaeologist. Trigger. We hit Tameshi and 2 Suppression Rays. Not the best. Now we have Flare of Denial, though, for Kappa, if he tries to Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't know what's in his hand, but he's bobbling me, so he's going to go to 3 cards again. Draws a card on his upkeep. Draws a card. Plays a Tormod's Crypt. That's fine. Emery targeting Bobble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he just needs one more card and he can cast. Yeah, he needs one more card. Then he can cast Kappa. So it looks like he has a Kappa in his hand. He already knows I have the suppression ray, so I think I'm still going to hold it up. We'll go Thunder Trap Trainer. That way I can hold up either one of my consigns or Mystical Dispute and Flare of Denial. We find a Belcher and 2 Whir of Inventions. Wow. Oh, wow. That's really good. I think I'm going to go Whir of Invention. And then play Suppression Ray tapped. Holding up just Mystical Dispute. Just Flare of Denial. All right, we see an Urza Saga. Targeting Memnite, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like we're going to see a Kappa, possibly. No Kappa yet. No Kappa, my friend. I think I'll shock this in. Pass the turn. We're going to try to Whir of Invention at the end of their turn while having Mystical and Consign held up. Been thinking of putting Teferi in this list, but it's so hard to consistently find white mana. Memnite, sure. Sync, sure. Shock it in. Thought Monitor, sure. I think I'm going to Mystical Dispute this. Because he can't pay the 3. Here's the top decking Belcher. That's not a Belcher. All right, we're going to stock up now. Find a Bloom, a Whir, Consign, Thunder Trap Trainer, Flare of Denial. I think I go Whir. Oh, Whir and Flare of Denial. Put the rest in any order. Pass the turn. Now if I want to, I can just Whir for Belcher at the end of his turn on one of these with double Flare up. He has to start beating me down. Or do that. I forgot that was a thing. But I can consign the trigger. He makes it dude.
Now, if he kappas, he can go 1, 2. He wants to bring back Bobble. Okay. So if he kappas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he... Now he doesn't have to use his Tormod's Crypt to kappa. Sounds good. We find another Whir of Invention. Alright. Well, let's try to live. Let's see what our opponent chooses to do here. He's got 4 cards in hand. All the Memnites in the world. He wants to bring back Thought Monitor. That's fine with me. Thought Monitor resolves. We're trying to whir for 7 or for 4, so I have to either hope that he does something dumb here. I mean, I'm taking the 8. That's for sure. Now we're going to try to Whir of Invention for 8. Or for 4, I'm sorry. I keep thinking it's for 8 for some reason. Paying 7 mana. I don't know where 8's coming from. Now he has to try to counter it. We'll force a negation. Grab Belcher. Activate Belcher, targeting our opponent. And we get there 2-0. Nice. 2-0 against Affinity. I'll take that. On to game 4. All right, our opponent responded. So let's see our opening hand. Ooh, it's questionable. It's a questionable opening hand. It's got Bloom. It's about the only thing going for it, though. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. Our opponent also mulliganed. This hand's better. It's not the best hand I've ever seen, but it's better. Our opponent kept his 6, so we'll see what we're facing. Ugin's Labyrinth, sure. We're facing Tron. So we'll go Waterclogged Teachings, pass. Disruptor Flute, sure. I'd say that's pretty lucky to have a Disrupting Flute in your opening hand. Now the question is he going to name... There he goes. I wonder what took so long. But we can play around Disrupting Flute. I'm not necessarily worried about a turn 1 Disrupting Flute. All right, we're going to shock in Seagate Restoration and then go Thundertrap Trainer. What is happening? Oh, I think our opponent's trying to play around Force Negation. All right, we will play this, shock it in, go ahead and cast Thundertrap Trainer. Phalange Archaeologist. We'll grab Seagate Restoration, leaving Lotus Bloom in the yard for us to Meshy it if we can get the blue mana, the white mana. Thought-Knot Seer. We're gonna counter this. It's not ideal for him to take my sink. That's the only way I have out of this right now. I have 4, but I'm not taking that risk. We'll shock in Seagate Restoration and play another Philology. We'll grab Suppression Ray this time. Oops, we already played land for turn. Not Seer, sure. Can't do much about it twice. I guess it could have been smarter to play my sink. That way I can Tameshi it and bounce it to my hand because he hasn't named Lotus Bloom. But he took Tameshi, which is interesting because I have 2 Tameshis. I don't think taking Tameshi was the play. I'll be honest. We'll play Suppression Ray. Pass the turn. The problem with Disrupting Flute is it has flash. So I actually can't do this the way I want to. Plays a Mind Stone, sure. Yeah, because this taps for 2 and then that taps for 2. I'll take the 4. I think I'm going to whir at the end of his turn. Actually, no, I won't. No, I will not. A Disrupting Flute. This is insane luck. Yeah, it's pretty lucky for our opponent to see 2 Disrupting Flutes. But it is what it is. You can't beat luck. Let's bring that back up. And then I think we just cut I don't Shoal is bad. Just point blank period. Not very good against this matchup. Spell Snare, bad. Let's see here. There we go. About time. So I'm definitely keeping this hand. It's a very good opener. We'll go Lotus Bloom, Shock, holding up Consign. Devourer trigger. Let's see what he exiles. Exiles Dot Mindstone and a tower. Must be a pretty easy decision. Where's his mine? Map, sure. I'll play Suppression Ray and pass. I always want to keep this mana open to hold up for... I have a feeling he has Natural Tron. Just want to keep Consign open, honestly. Let's see what he grabs. He grabs Tower, so I'm definitely gonna... Let's see, we'll play this. Go Harbinger. Pass a turn. I wanted to keep up Consign, but his tap out into Tower makes me really not want to. Now we're going to get... I mean, I could have just walked right into it, but... Because he can still just flute. Because he might try to flute here. Can't quite combo, unfortunately. But I can whir at the end of his turn. Now I can Whir of Invention. Let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4. See a Karn the Great Creator. We're going to consign the memory of this. Now we're going to whir. For 7. Grab Belcher. And we go to game 2. Nothing is going to change. I'm keeping it exactly the same for now. Yeah, I mean, this hand's very good. We're definitely going to keep this. We have land. We have Bloom. We have Consign. What more could a man want? Our opponent mulligans to 6. Chooses to keep. Ugin's Labyrinth. He's going to exile. And he's going to Vexing Bauble. So we're going to go Suspend Lotus Bloom. Shock Sink. Now, Vexing Bauble's pretty good, but it's not the best because it's just like Chalice where it's a trigger. So I can still cast it and counter the trigger. Yeah, we'll play War of Invention. Baying Veil. Holding up Consign. And then next turn, Thundertrap Trainer, find a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Karn the Great Creator. We'll consign the memory of Karn the Great Creator. Actually, I'm going to force a negation. Pitching War of Invention. Oh, whoops. That's my bad. I forgot. Forgot that I cast that card for free. That's my bad. Lotus Bloom. Trigger. Cast Trainer. Find Belcher, Lotus Bloom, Sink into Stupor, Baying Veil. I say Goblin Charbelcher seems pretty good. And then we'll play that tapped, pass the turn. Let's see, he has 2 cards in hand. I wonder what they are. Karn the Great Gator, sure. So he minuses Karn. Now we want to cast this. That's okay. We find another Belcher. We'll go ahead and attack Karn. There's still a way out of this. There's always a way out. He has a lot of mana now. He has 7 mana, potentially. So I think his play is to Liquid Metal. What did he target? I guess he doesn't want to Liquid Metal Coating me. I don't understand. I don't think he made any of my shit in Artifact. Maybe he drew something better. Okay. I think I'm going to go... Actually, I think stock up is better. We'll just stock up here. Sink into Stupor and then Flare of Denial or Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess we take Flare of Denial. Any order. Now I can't play this Sink into Stupor, unfortunately. Thought-Knot's here, sure. Now he chooses to Liquid Metal Coating me. He's able to take that Sink into Stupor, attack for 6. It's looking pretty grim, but I've seen worse. Play Trainer. Find a land. I think we need as many lands as we can get right now. Another Vexing Bauble. Seems fair. Let's see here. I don't think we can do anything here. I'm going to concede. All right, match 5. Keepable hand. We'll run it up. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. Unlucky last game against Tron. They had 2 disrupting flutes game 1. Not much you can do there, really. Yep. Monastery Swift Sphere is cool. I'll play Suppression Ray and pass the turn. Exiles a Rift Bolt. Plays a Goblin Guide. Sounds good. I guess playing shocking to play a blocker, I guess, is worth. Unless he can just kill it. I mean, he can just kill it. Let's see what we see here. Disrupting Shoal and Jawari Disruption. Both of those I don't necessarily want, but I guess I'll take Jawari. I'd argue this is not a good matchup for us. Is Rift Bolt target creature or player? To any target. Makes sense. Oh, I can Disrupting Shoal this. It's cost 3 mana. I'll Disrupting Shoal, pitching Harbinger of the Seas. I'll take that. Plays an Eidolon. I'm getting a land next turn. My Baying Veil is going to come into play this time. I like to see that. Sure. Now I take no damage. And cast another blocker next turn. It's pretty close, honestly. It's getting really close. I have to cast Belcher next turn and pray I don't die, but I actually can't do that. I have to... This Eidolon is going to kill me. I think I have to cast Floggy and take the 2. Fine, Seagate Restoration, I guess. I wonder why he's not playing Barbarian Ring instead. Ooh, that was a mistake. Now I just have to pray he can't draw a card that kills me. Even a land kills me at this point. It is what it is. I don't even have anything good in this matchup. I'm just going to leave it as is. There's nothing I can do except for try to combo before I get burnt out. But this deck deals so much damage to itself. It's so sketchy, but I'm trying it. So I'll go Lotus Bloom, Suppression Ray. Pass. Turn 1. Goblin Guide. Sure. Sink my heart. Oh, Jesus. We're cooked. We're cooked. All right. We can counter a 2-drop. Or get hit with a 1-drop. And then a 3-drop. I can only counter 2-drops right now, so just got to take what he has. And I'm seeing a Philology next turn. Amazing. I have so many fucking lands in this deck, and I'm not seeing any of them. This is so crazy. I know I kept a 1-lander, but goodness gracious. Not even finding one other one is diabolical. Please play a 2-drop so I have interaction. Oh my goodness. He's done it. He's given me a 2-drop. Now even if I cast Belcher, it's like, well, shit. I can't activate it because I'm not going to have a way to get anything back. All right, we'll cast Bloom. Pray we find a land. If we don't find a land, I might just have to sack and... Ay, caramba. Yeah, we're going to have to just cast these because we need land desperately. Force negation seems good, but I need that land, man. Another land or stock up. I think another land because we're playing for the win here. And I have blockers now. He has 4 cards in his hand. Eidolon, sure. Chooses not to attack. Okay, interesting. I can't afford to shock it, though. Man, this burn deck is slow rolling me, man. I would be able to combo by now, but I just can't take the damage. Oh, that hurts. That hurts good. That hurts so good. Four damage to each player. Do you have the last bit? He has the last bit. That's game. All right, I hope you guys liked that. I did not have fun in those last two games.